One of the features of this fourth industrial revolution is that it doesn't change what we are doing, but it changes us.
We need to take responsibility at every level of society to adapt to these technological challenges, which are redefining what it means to be completely embedded in this world.
Technology that will change us all. Technology that is so advanced that the regular human person would not be able to tell what is artificial intelligence and what is natural. The line will be so small that it's going to go almost erased. Well, I'm Lisa Haven, and I'm here to tell you that I believe there are a lot of things coming in the very near future, and millions of people are in for a real wake-up call on some of the technological advancements that are happening right now. Let me say this for starters. First thing you do in the morning, people get on their phones, wake up, and the first thing that they check is the phone by their bedside. I'm guilty too. I do it also. But we check for those notifications to see if someone has sent a message or an email or an update, and we're all excited about whatever that may be. But that's the start. The truth is, we are addicted to technology. Ever hear of something called phantom vibration syndrome? Check out this on wikipedia.com, which describes the syndrome as, and I quote, "the perception that one's mobile phone is vibrating or ringing when it is not vibrating or ringing." So I guess it's a legit sickness, if you want to call it that. But how many times have I myself picked up my phone thinking I heard a ring and it wasn't anything? It just shows how addicted we are to technology. Would we even get rid of it? Now, I even Googled a little further and I looked up addictions. What's an addiction to a cell phone? Well, check out on psychguides.com. Here's what they report as signs of being addicted to technology, or your phone in particular. A need to use the phone more, failed attempts to use the cell phone left often, preoccupation, turns on the phone when experiencing unwanted feelings, puts a relationship at risk, tolerance, and withdraw from the device when the network is unreachable. Interesting. I think we've all felt that at one time or another, but it just goes to show how easily we're accepting it. But the ultimate question that I'm going to ask here in a moment is, where do these cell phone leads? What is the end game or the agenda? Check out this clip from the World Economic Forum that just took place September 2017, where they talk about having cell phones for every Indian.
As one of the big pillars is Digital India, in which he wants to connect everybody in the country in the shortest possible time frame. And we are talking about 18, 24 months. Every Indian will have a phone in their hand. On top of that, what has been done is every Indian now has a national identity, which is linked to biometrics. It takes you less than 1 minute. You put your thumb in any place you go in India. Every store will have a $20 device. Put your thumb in 1 minute, you are verified.
Well, there you have it. Not only do they get a phone, but they get tracked and they track everything they do. So why is the cell phone so important? Well, I believe Rick Wiles had it right when he said, the mobile phone industry that has been tapped by the globalists to connect the world to this global brain. In other words, they want to use our phones to connect to a global artificial intelligence. But isn't that already kind of what they're doing? They're all linked to a network, maybe multiple networks, but in the end, they have a global system in which they can link everything to. What's the ultimate end game? Certainly, they don't want to put brain chips in our heads.
Imagine if the Bluetooth on your phone could connect to your brain. There's been a great buzz about this topic lately, brain-machine interfaces. You may have even heard the likes of Elon Musk with his new initiative to merge the human brain with artificial intelligence in order to save humanity in the future. So when we put all this together, we will have a next generation implantable technology. It will allow us to effectively and reliably communicate between a living brain and our IT systems. So the question I leave you with is not if, but when will all this be available?
If you look at a world where we have these chips that are connected to the internet, all of a sudden, every piece of information on the internet becomes accessible to our minds. Now, when we look back at today and we have to go to Baidu or Google and type it in, that will seem so primitive.
Huh, or do they? Here's the thing. They want to connect everything to the internet. Everything. So advanced that you can't tell the difference. Check out this report from wired.co.uk. By 2020, everything from clothing to food will be connected to the web. Here's another, itp.net. Everything can be connected and will be connected. Technology will be so prevalent. Now, before I go further, I want to tell you guys about my partner at getthetea.com. Right now, he's got a 2-for-1 special. Buy 2, get 1 free. One of the best deals I've seen him do. So go to getthetea.com. Without Get the Tea, I would not be able to make this video. So he is my partner. Help support what I do here and check out that link below. Now, moving on. What is the ultimate end game? Well, that's easy. They've kind of put everything in our face. We already know that they want control, that they want to know our every move, that they want to record and track you from infancy to death, from birth to death. Why? Because they love it. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. Check out a report that I did a while back on America2050.org. Now, what is America 2050? It is a regional planning association for national infrastructure planning and policy program. They tell us the future involves shoving millions of people into 11 different mega cities. Now, why would they want to do that? If we're all connected on our phones and they don't like us on the outskirts, the ultimate end game is to push us into 11 different mega cities. And they have them from the Cascadia up in the Washington area. They have a north and a southern California area. They have a Texas triangle. They have one in Arizona. They also have the Gulf Coast, the Piedmont, the Front Range, the Great Lakes, the Northeast Range, and a Florida range as well. Those are the 11 sections on the map. But basically, they want to pile high people in these boxed houses and keep them in segregated areas for the ultimate control. Keep them linked to their phones that are linked to an ultimate brain control, if you will. But all these are not goals that I'm making up. These are goals that they have been talking about for years. From Davos to the World Economic Forum to those in government, it's not something that's being hidden from the public eye. In fact, they parade it like it's a good thing to have brain chips and massive technology that changes humanity from the inside out. Maybe you agree with them, maybe you don't, but I'm curious what your comments and thoughts and concerns are. But I don't want to be pushed in some mega city and controlled. I, for one, want my freedom. I love my cell phone, I use my cell phone, but I also use the VPN that gets them away from knowing what I'm Googling and searching and these kinds of things, and I play it safe. There's right ways to do technology and wrong ways. And I'm very fearful that many people are going to wake up one day to the AI tech giant, if you will. Anyhow, wanted to bring you the latest on all of that. Please don't forget to check out getthetea.com, my partner here. That amazing special is going on, I believe, through the end of the month, so you want to get it now. One of the best specials I believe he's done so far. And it's amazing detox. You won't regret it. Anyhow, thanks again for tuning in. I'm Lisa Haven, signing out.